So I wanted to welcome everyone to Windstar Consumer Event exclusive Q&A session with Windstar Cruises. And I wanted to welcome everyone to learn more today about this amazing cruise line, their destinations, their ship. We're very excited, Melissa, to have you here today to talk a little bit more about what you guys offer, your amazing destinations that you have. So we're ready to start. As you guys can see, our CEO, Carlos, said he was not able to join us today. So I'm here to co-host with Melissa. So we'll get it started. Melissa, we're gonna have a brief 15 to 20 minute presentation to talk about everything that Windstar offers, where they're going. Obviously Tahiti, which is their exclusive destination that they have, which they seriously rock with that amazing itinerary. And after that, we'll go into an exclusive Q&A session. So I want to invite everyone to type their questions on our chat. So I'll go ahead and type on our chat just a hello, so you guys can see where the chat is, and type your questions. We'll go over them. We'll make sure to answer all the questions that you have today. And then we'll do a brief testimonial from our travel advisors so they can talk a little bit about their past experience. I know Steve Gelko from LCC went to Tahiti with Windstar. Also, Albi Stifler, who is our content advisor, who also talked about his experience as well. So happy to welcome everyone to this amazing event and very excited to hear more. Also, we're gonna ask you a couple questions. We wanna hear a little bit more of your interest. If you sailed with Windstar in the past, if you have done business with us, and especially if you are looking to sail to Tahiti, their amazing destination with Windstar. So we'll launch some polls today. As you can see here, we're gonna ask you guys if you have sailed with Windstar before. So we wanna know a little bit about you guys. So feel free to answer the polls. They will come in often during this presentation. So I know a lot of people, 22% of you, 20 of you sailed with Windstar, but almost 8 out of 10 did not sail with Windstar in the past. So I'm pretty sure you guys are very anxious to see what Windstar offers and to know more. So Melissa, if you want to start sharing your screen and presenting this amazing content for our
Yes, sounds great, Denise. Thank you. I want to just first off ask everyone to mute themselves if you can. If you're not sure how, perhaps Denise can do that on your end, but just so we don't get any background noise. But hello, everyone. I'm Melissa Nessenson. I'm with Windstar Cruises, and I've been on the Windstar sales team a little over 6 wonderful years. I feel like I'm still in the honeymoon phase, right? It's just an amazing cruise line, and we keep offering so many unique destinations, and it's a perfect time for you to perhaps discover yacht style cruising. I know some of you have not been traveling for a little while. Perhaps you have taken a short break from cruising for a while and you're ready to get back out there and be on the beautiful ocean and see the world. But maybe you're just a little concerned about giant cruise ships and mega resorts and being around lots of crowds right now. And I get that. Small ship cruising has always been extremely popular, but even more so. So it's really a pleasure to be here with you. So I'm going to be telling you a little bit about what makes Windstar 180 degrees from ordinary. That's our slogan. And then also tell you about one of our absolute most popular destinations, which are the islands of Tahiti. So I'm going to get in Tahiti mode right now. How about that? Okay, we're in Tahiti mode. We're going to transport you here virtually to the islands of Tahiti. But first, we'll tell you a little bit about Windstar Cruises. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm not actually going to disable my video for a moment because I feel like my presentation's lagging just a little bit here. Sometimes that helps, and I'll come back on for the Q&A for the live video. All righty. So Windstar is a boutique cruise line. We have 6 beautiful large yachts, and we like to say we go beyond the reach of ordinary. What that means is our team of product development experts scour the world for amazing places just this side of unreachable. Okay, we're able to get into kind of these out of the way ports that have shallow waterways and maybe more narrow passageways, and going into places that are kind of considered the best hidden ports throughout the world. And we seek out really the most authentic ways for our guests to experience them in small groups that are easily welcomed by the locals, and you can explore local cultures rather than intruding on them. When you think of a mega ship with 5,000, 6,000 people, and you see multiple ships in town, that's not always the most authentic experience, right? But when you're going into some of these beautiful places throughout the world, and in most cases, you're the only ship there, and you're greeted with, just red carpet everywhere you go. The locals are just so excited to show off the best of their town, their village, their port. And we have over 2,500 hand-curated shore excursions, tours that are optional. Yes, they are for additional cost, but they're well worth it. We have many different things throughout the world for you to explore, or you can go off on your own and explore. And on a smaller ship, you really get to make deeper connections with the crew as well. So you're not only getting to know the locals and spending more time in port and really connecting with local destinations, but on board the ship, because we have almost a 1-to-1 guest to crew ratio, you're really getting pampered by the staff, and it feels like a private yacht experience. Even though these are small cruise ships, it is a yacht style experience on board. So it's just great service, great accommodations, and our crew and our fellow travelers, your fellow cruisers on board are going to be really friendly and fun and welcoming. It's a really fun crowd, very outgoing, and we attract folks that really like to meet other passengers. So you're going to come back feeling like you just spent time on a friend's private yacht, and you've connected with these great people on the ship, and also getting to know great destinations, all the while having wonderful amenities. So it's a large yacht, but it has the amenities of a small cruise ship. It's really phenomenal. A spa, fitness center, there's entertainment, there's shopping on board and all kinds of great stuff. And the culinary on Windstar is really top of the line. We are the official cruise line of the James Beard Culinary Foundation of New York. So if you're not familiar with the JBF, that might be something to look up later. Really the top honor. So our culinary team is phenomenal. They like to showcase the flavors and the delicacies of the places you visit. But they also remember your own personal preferences, from your favorite dishes to the way you take your morning coffee and your tea. And they really love to make recommendations and really help you enhance your experience on board. So it really is phenomenal. So that's just a little bit about what makes Windstar unique. But our ships also are quite unique. We have 6 beautiful yachts, large yachts, and they're called the Wind class yachts and the Star Plus class yachts. You probably can guess which ones are called Wind class, right? The ones on the right with the tall masts. That's not a sailboat. It is a cruise ship. So, for some of you that are thinking, is that a sailboat? Am I going to feel a lot of motion? No, all 6 of our ships, 3 Wind class and 3 all-suite motor yachts, the Star class, are all cruise ships. Very stabilized, have great stabilizers. They're the perfect yacht. Some people think the Star Plus, the all-suite ships, are the perfect ship. Some people say the Wind class are perfect. We think they're all perfect, and we design journeys to highlight their unique attributes, whether it's island hopping in Tahiti or in the Caribbean or in the Mediterranean, the Greek Isles, or maybe going into the Norwegian fjords or Alaska or Iceland and places like that. So very, very beautiful classic ships. 3 of each, 3 all-suite motor yachts and 3 Wind class yachts. Our ships hold less than 350 guests. And I know some of you have never been on a ship that size. I can tell you it is so special. It is fantastic. And it sometimes kind of ruins you for going on any other kind of cruise ship, because you're going to be used to this beautiful, intimate experience, where the crew get to know you by first name, and it's easy to find your way around the yacht, and you're just, footsteps away from outdoor access and everything that you need. So beautiful ships, as you see, that's our fleet there, and very relaxed on board environment, large open decks, uncrowded public rooms, and the service is just genuine, personalized, second to none. The slogan is, if we can, we will. Hospitality is not just a job for our crew. This is not a summer job. This is their life. This is their calling. And they wake up every morning ready to make sure you're having the best experience of your life. And you can't train for that. That's something inside the person. They're born that way. They love people. They love pampering you and taking care of you. And they have time to do that because we have almost a 1-to-1 guest to crew ratio. I had never experienced something like that before in a hotel or a resort or a cruise ship, where I had almost like a 1-to-1 guest to crew ratio. And when I took my first Windstar cruise, I was blown away at the level of service and the friendliness. And I still actually have Facebook friends of some of my crew that I connected with, and some of the passengers as well on my cruise like 5.5 years ago. We're still in touch. So it was something that, you really have to experience it. It is really part of the Windstar experience, is connecting with fellow travelers. Now, this is where we leave from or go back to. This is the place where you would fly into or fly home from. Now, we use these major cities around the world because it's easier to get air into these places. So now picture about 330 dots along those coastlines. That we have almost 200 itineraries, but we're going to talk about Tahiti and Papeete on the left side of your screen, that little dot. That is the only place in the world we are year-round. Right now, we have one of our sailing yachts there year-round, and we have one of our all-suite motor yachts there for a limited time this month. But typically, it's the Wind Spirit, a four-masted, 148-guest sailing yacht in Tahiti. But we have 3 sailing yachts. I'm just going to click through here real quick just to show you some imagery of what it looks like on board our ships. That's an owner's suite. The first picture I showed, actually, I should go back there if I can. My presentation's a little bit sluggish right now. Bear with me. Let's see if I can skip forward. Okay, so this is actually on the Windsurf. This is a extra large suite with 2 bathrooms, two walk-in closets. That's the Windsurf. That's the world's largest passenger sailing yacht. All of our ships have a lounge for entertainment. That's the Windsurf's lounge. All 6 ships have a beautiful spa with all kinds of great amenities. Those are optional for charge, but they're fantastic. We like to showcase the places that we go in the spa, the different massages and techniques that they use. All of our ships, including the sailing yachts, have a pool, lots of deck space, very open. You never have to reserve a lounge chair because nobody has to worry about running out of lounge chairs. We have plenty. We have this beautiful water sports platform on all 6 of our ships. So there's snorkeling and kayaking and flotation devices, the weather permitting, dining indoors or outdoors under the stars. Very bright and cheerful. That's the Veranda Cafe, what we have on all 6 ships. The all suite ships are phenomenal. One is in Tahiti right now, and the Star Breeze will actually return to Tahiti in spring of 2024. She'll be there year round. The Star Plus class ships just had a major renovation. These are all classic yachts, and we renovate them regularly to make sure they look absolutely fantastic. And all 3 of these all suite ships had 50 new suites put on, 2 new restaurants, new fitness center, new spa. We had new bathrooms put on all the existing rooms. We've got a 3-bedroom suite, a grand owner suite on all 3 of those ships, actually 2 of them. So I'm just going to click through so you can kind of get a visualization of what the all suite ships look like. And beautiful all suites with French balconies in some of the rooms. We have walk-in closets in all of the suites. Very, very lovely. Let me go ahead and proceed here. I'm sorry, my internet might be a little slow. So we've got a new fitness center, a new spa. So it's really a great environment. So all the amenities of a small cruise ship, but yet a private yacht style experience. We have a new pool put on all 3 of the all suite ships. We have a beautiful dining area called Amphora, which is on all 6 ships. All the meals are always included. You don't need reservations in the main room, dining room. You would need reservations for the supper club, but no extra cost to dine there. That's under the stars, candles, beautiful. So your yacht is waiting, and Luxury Cruise Connections is going to help you find the right cruise for you. We have about 15 of our top selling sailings that Luxury Cruise Connections, would be happy to share some information on those with you. You can reach out to your vacation planner there to help you. But we have about almost 200 itineraries, so we can't get into all of them. But the first two I wanted to really just tell you about today, and these other select sailings we could do webinars at a later date. The Dreams of Tahiti and Tahiti and the Tuamotus would be our really some of our top selling itineraries, and we are in Tahiti year round. It is a great experience. And on all of the Windstar sailings, it's very inclusive. It includes all your meals, non-alcohol, great entertainment. But you could make it an all-inclusive experience on all of our voyages. Just reach out to your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor, and you can get a cruise fare that includes unlimited cocktails, Wi-Fi, and gratuities, just so you keep in mind. And that's on all of our sailings. So for the islands of Tahiti, we do offer a 7-day Dreams of Tahiti package. And that is going to give you 6 different Tahitian islands. It's going to give you an overnight in Bora Bora on the yacht, which is the perfect time for us to do our destination discovery event, which is a beautiful private luau party that's in Bora Bora. So Tahiti is just spectacular. There's no hurricane season. There's no winter. It's a perfect place for snorkeling and diving. Some of the clearest waters, most colorful marine life you could ever imagine. And really some of the friendliest people in the world. The Tahitians are known for their friendliness, very welcoming, the Polynesian culture. On the 7-day cruise, you're in Moorea, which is the inspiration for the South Pacific musical. You might recall Bali High, the song that Moorea was the inspiration for. Raiatea, you're in Taha and Hua Hin, and these are places that are just beautiful, but it's hard to plan a land vacation to these places. Actually, there are not a lot of luxury hotels in Tahiti, in the islands of Tahiti, which there's like 118 islands, believe it or not. But it's very difficult to plan a land vacation and see multiple islands and do it in style. So the Wind Spirit or the Star Breeze would be the perfect venue for a Tahitian vacation. And these are called the Society Islands, some of the most popular and really very beautiful, but not over touristy. So, you don't see a lot of other cruise ships. You don't see a lot of tourists there. There's more people actually in one day in Hawaii that visit Hawaii in one day than all year round in Tahiti. Can you imagine? So it's really, really very, very special. The Tuamotus, Tahiti and the Tuamotus is similar itinerary. It's the Society Islands I just mentioned, but also goes to a remote cluster of islands, which has one of the only underwater UNESCO sites in the world. So that's the Fakarava Islands, and there's this UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, which has the most pristine waterways, some of the best diving and snorkeling in the world. That's a 10 or 11-day cruise vacation. So you're going to see, beautiful marine life. There's the most beautiful, picturesque beaches. You're going to find some great historical sites on both of these itineraries. You're going to have your destination discovery luau on this private little island. You can go snorkeling and harvest your own black pearl. That's a shore excursion we offer. You're going to be able to sleep in an overwater bungalow. That's an optional add-on package, because I know a lot of you have that on your bucket list. And your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor is going to help you really set this up right. You're also going to have the opportunity to book in advance if you'd like a diving tour package, which we do offer. We have beginning scuba for folks that want to experience that first time diving. We have 1 and 2 tank dives for you certified divers out there that want to explore the waters of the South Pacific. And we have guided snorkeling trips as well. But you could also use the snorkels and fins that we have on board, and you can use those complimentary. We have a package right now that your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor is going to help you with. It's cruise plus air plus hotel plus transfers. You've got a package that includes, all of these great amenities. You're going to also, for a limited time, if you book this package with the cruise plus air plus hotel for Tahiti, you're going to get upgraded to our all-inclusive fare, which is going to include your alcohol, your Wi-Fi, and your tips. So that's kind of I call it the no-brainer deal. So you definitely want to reach out to your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor. This offer ends on the 17th of November of this year. Again, you would have the option of 2 different ships that you want to choose from. The Wind Spirit and Star Breeze are there right now. Star Breeze is going to be back in spring of 2024. and Wind Spirit will be there through spring of 2024. So you've got a sailing yacht or an all-suite motor yacht to choose from. So you've got the choice of 2 great ships, and you've got the choice of 2 great Tahitian itineraries. And sometimes it's hard to choose just one. So your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor can tell you about our Twice the Tahiti promotion, which for a great price, you're going to get the 7-day Dreams of Tahiti, plus the 10 or 11-day Tahiti with the Tuamotus. So why not make that a longer voyage? You're going to also get a complimentary laundry service when you're on one of those longer cruises. So you only pack for 1 week, and then we'll take care of all the laundry on that one. Luxury Cruise Connections has some special goodies for you right now if you book a cruise, not just Tahiti, but any of the Windstar itineraries. And again, there's almost 200 different itineraries to choose from, but they have some shipboard credits and some other offers to offer you right now. I hope you're ready to explore Tahiti and some of the other wonderful places we visit. I know this was a quick introduction to our Windstar Tahiti, but your advisor at Luxury Cruise Connection is very knowledgeable, and they're going to help you choose the right voyage for you. Again, if you book your Tahiti cruise with air and hotel package with Luxury Cruise Connections, by November 17th, you're going to go all inclusive for free. So you're going to have your alcohol, Wi-Fi, and tips for free. That's in addition to all the other stuff that comes with the Windstar cruise as well, of course. So if you're ready for a vacation that's 180 degrees from ordinary, I encourage you to reach out to your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor, and they will take care of everything that you need. So I know you went through that very quickly. We have limited time. I'm going to come back on here and see if we've got some questions. So Denise, did we have any questions in the chat box, or anybody that needs to know a little bit more?
So I do not see questions on the chat, but I did wanted to let everyone know that as a thank you, we will give everyone who books their upcoming new Windstar cruise with us, they will receive a $100 onboard credit offer per cabin for a period of time of 2 weeks, just for joining us today, just for registering us today. On top of all the amazing deals that Windstar has, that they can have exclusive to LCC or not, you will have an additional $100 onboard credit with us today. So
that's fantastic.
Yes, that's correct. So
that is fantastic.
So I did wanted to see if anyone had any questions today regarding Windstar, or I also wanted to know if you're interested in visiting Tahiti with Windstar. So I'll open the poll for everyone. So participate. Obviously, selling Windstar regardless of the destination, but I did wanted to know if people will be interested today in selling to Tahiti. Awesome. And actually, based on what I see, 83% of the people that join us today are interested in selling to Tahiti.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. Well, if there are no questions, I have a couple fun facts and things that I can share about Tahiti that makes it awesome. A little more interesting as you go walk away and dazzle your friends at a cocktail party this weekend with your new knowledge of Tahiti. And hopefully those friends will want to join you on a Windstar Tahiti cruise. Keeping in mind, we do offer some group packages. So if you reach out to your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor, they can let you know some options for making it a group. And groups may have some special amenities. So something to consider. So Tahiti, why Tahiti? Well, it's one of the most exclusive destinations in the world. It's pristine. It's not over touristy. It's one of those places your friends and neighbors have probably never been to. In fact, there's a lot of folks that don't even know where Tahiti is. Nope, it's not part of the Caribbean. It's about an 8-hour flight from Los Angeles. But we have a package that will fly you in from Los Angeles into Papeete, and you'll have a great overnight there at the Intercontinental. You'll have usage of the resort there, the pools, the beaches. You have your transfers to the yacht the next day, 7, 10, or 11-day Tahiti cruise, and then a day room at the end of the trip before you head back to the airport. So that's an awesome trip. So, again, a couple little fun facts about Tahiti you may not be aware of. So a typical Las Vegas hotel has more hotel rooms than all 118 islands of French Polynesia. Isn't that wild? So if you're thinking about going to Tahiti, and some of you, your bucket list contains Bora Bora, but one island for me would not be enough if I'm going to get all the way over there. I'm going to want to do more. And it's really, as I mentioned, it's kind of a challenge to do a land vacation and include multiple islands in Tahiti. So Windstar Yacht, beautiful boutique experience, less than 350 guests on board with you, fine dining, great service. You only have to unpack and pack up once, and seeing multiple islands throughout Tahiti, that is awesome. So Windstar is naturally the best option for seeing Tahiti. So I can also tell you, some of you may be wondering, the official language of Tahiti is Tahitian and also French, but English is mostly spoken throughout all of the islands in restaurants and shops and most of the touristy spots in all 118 islands. Most of the locals do learn English in school, so it's easy to get to know the locals. They're so excited to greet you. We bring locals on board to host some enrichment programs, some workshops. So we have, flower lei making and headdress making, and they have this local performance team called the Tahitian Mamas and the Papas, and they're favorites of the Windstar team. We just love having them on board. Windstar is celebrating 35 years in Tahiti. So we haven't had one single year in 35 years that we haven't had a yacht in Tahiti. So we are really kind of part of the local, they've embraced us as part of their own. And we have locals that do host several of the shore excursions in Tahiti, including a tribal chief, which is kind of a cool thrill. And fun fact, the president of Tahiti is actually sailing on board a Windstar yacht right now, helping us celebrate 35 years in Tahiti with the Windstar team. So kind of exciting. So
Wow.
just want to share all that with you.
Wow, that's amazing. We're looking forward to seeing pictures. So actually, Melissa, we have a couple of questions in the chat that we wanted to answer. So Karen Smith, she just asked what excursions are included. Will you be able to give us a brief about that?
So Windstar does not include shore excursions as far as like guided tours and those type of experiences. That's on your own. We have so many different types, different levels of activity, different price points. We wouldn't, if they were included, we'd say, okay, here's like 2 or 3 and you could pick one. But maybe that's not what you're looking for. We have dozens and dozens of excursions that are optional, different price points, different experiences, so they're not included. But we have something called our Destination Discovery event, not a shore excursion, but just a really fun, complimentary private dinner and entertainment evening that you're invited to, which is on a little tiny moto, which is like an uninhabited island. And there's entertainment and local foods, and it's just really fun. There's dancing, and there's no cost for that. And it does not interfere with any of our excursions. So it's at a time that doesn't interfere with any other activities. No cost for that. We also have our signature barbecue party ashore, which is a lot of fun as well. So we have on Windstar a lot of surprise and delight moments that are included, but they would not be booked. You could just show up. You don't have to book those as well. Also, we have shopping with the chefs. Our chefs go ashore to source local cuisines. You can just ask at the guest service desk, the reception desk, what days the chefs are going ashore if you'd like to join them on a fun shopping spree. Of course, we're using Windstar's money to buy all the fresh vegetables and fruits and the fresh fish. And what a thrill to see those items at the barbecue party, usually the next day. Say, hey, I helped pick that stuff out. That was kind of fun. I got to do that personally in Cannes, France, and that was amazing.
Awesome.
I loved it.
Awesome. Great. Actually, Karen, I know your travel advisor is Roger. I believe he's on this chat too. Yes, he's on today's event, so he will be reaching out to you for more information about Windstar. So we also have Robert MacArthur, who's asking if there's a peak time to cruise.
Well, for Tahiti, we're year-round. It's the only place we are year-round. Everywhere else around the world, Windstar is seasonal. When the weather is the best, when there's nothing that really affects, cruise itineraries as far as, weather and things and seasonal. So Tahiti has no winter, no monsoon season, no hurricane season. It's paradise year-round. That's probably why the Tahitians are smiling all the time. But I will say it gets a little more rain in like December, January, but I live in Florida and we consider that sun showers, right? I mean, that's just kind of part of Florida living. So in December, January, you'll see a little more showers in Tahiti, but it's not something that's going to typically affect our itineraries. So that's why we're there year round. It is paradise. So, but I can say that I guess, December, January might be considered slightly off season just because of the rain, but, maybe the prices might be a little more reasonable December, January, but year round, I think the prices are great. I mean, it is priced to sell. We never really get objections to the price. You'll see that when your luxury cruise connection advisor quotes you the Tahiti cruise on Windstar, even if you get it with the air, you're going to be very, pleased. So no matter what time of year, I don't think you're going to find anything that's going to be, considered way more expensive than other times of year. It's all pretty evenly priced for the most part.
Great, amazing. Robert, I know you don't have a travel advisor at Luxury Cruise Connections, so Lisa Ranch, one of our expert travel advisors, will reach out to you for more information when she can get you amazing deals. So I know we have Ruth who's asking, where can I find information about short excursions?
Yes. So on the Windstar Cruises website, which is an informational portal, it's windstarcruises.com. Under destinations, you'll click on Tahiti and you'll see the two options, Dreams of Tahiti, which is the 7-day round trip Papeete. And then when you click there, you'll select whichever date you want to look at. And then there'll be a little tab on that same page for all of our itineraries. It'll show you the short excursions that are being offered. Now, if you're booking something in 2024, there may be some additional excursions added as well. We don't have all of our contracts for 2024, but you'll see a nice offering. So, typically the excursions you'll see for this year are typically what will be offered in 23 and 24, but sometimes we have some additional ones. So you want to check back often. The earlier you book your excursions, the better, because Windstar excursions are very small groups, very intimate groups. So there is limited capacity. So check that out, but you'll see the prices on there. You cannot book it on that page. You'll just see pricing. But once you have a booking number through Luxury Cruise Connections, you could go into the My Windstar section of our website, put in your booking number and your last name, and you'll be able to then actually book the excursions once you are actually deposited on the cruise. Or your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor can assist you on their end with that as well.
So Ruth, I just checked that you do not have a travel advisor, and Laura Bowman, who's here on this event, will reach out to you and send you more information about Windstar and where you can find more information about excursions. So we'll reaching out to you today.
That's great. So you'll see for the 7-day Dreams of Tahiti, you'll see the Tahiti and the Tuamotus. You'll see that twice the Tahiti I talked about, the one that's double Tahiti. And you'll see some other options as well for French Polynesia.
Awesome.
And the excursions should all be listed there. Amazing.
I see we don't have any more questions, and if anyone wants to open their mics and ask anything, open your mic, feel free to do so.
I wanted to ask Stephen about his Tahiti experience.
Yes, Steve went on Windstar Tahiti last year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, this year, this past February.
Okay,
this past February. Yeah. I guess we're done with the questions, so I'll be more than happy to add to it. For people who don't know, I've been in the industry 43 years. I've been on over 100 cruises, and I will tell you this. Going on Windstar was a fantastic experience. The service is beyond compare. A guy named Milton, he was the general manager for the hotel. Best hotel manager I've had on any of my cruises. The staff is glorious, and the food as well. But Tahiti, and Melissa mentioned it, it is paradise. First of all, the water is pristine. You can look down and see everything and all that. If you're a snorkeler or a swimmer or a scuba diver, you'll have clear waters that you will never see anyplace else. In fact, because of the waters there, you don't have to worry about any great white sharks and all that. And actually, you can swim with sharks, but they're not the man-eating type of sharks. It's an amazing location. But in answer to the question about excursions, there are 2 excursions that are included. One is the Moto barbecue that Melissa mentioned, and then the amazing barbecue Tahitian dance in Bora Bora, because you're there overnight. It's a great time. The staff was, like Melissa said, I now have some Facebook friends from the staff. They were that good. And I can just tell you that if you want to visit paradise, you want to go to Tahiti. It's an amazing place. The people there are amazing. I think Melissa mentioned the tribal chief. We had a tour. One of the tours was a tribal chief. This guy was had tattoos everywhere except for half of his face. He might have been the most animated tour guide I've ever had. He was telling people to experience the nature when they were on their cell phones and all that. And he was showing how tribes relate to each other with the blowing of the shells. And then he came on board actually to the night that we were still in one of the ports where he was, and he gave a lecture and all that. But let's put it this way: if you've been to the Caribbean, if you've been to a lot of other places, well, bucket list should be Tahiti. And I want to mention one thing that Melissa didn't. Another place that, another islands that you can go to, that with Windstar, that you can't get there with bigger ships, is Venice, because Venice has big ships cannot go there. Windstar is one of the few cruise lines that can go in there because of the size of the ship, meaning small. So if you're looking into going to Venice and you don't want to go to Trieste, which is one of the ports near Venice, then Windstar would be the way to go for you as well, right, Melissa? Yeah.
So I know Albie also was on a Windsor cruise. So Albie, do you want to share your experience with us?
Absolutely. I was on the Star Breeze in the Caribbean out of St. Martin in July, and I was very impressed. Windstar as a brand, I would consider to be one of the best values in cruising. When I was on board, the service was incredible. My suite attendants were the most attentive suite attendants I've ever had on a cruise ship. I've been on the all-inclusive luxury brands and had worse service. So I consider Windstar to be an incredible value, especially when you take a look at the size of the ships, the types of experiences offered. The dining on board was excellent. I really enjoyed Quadro 44 and candles. But with the size of the ships, you look at the Star class ships, and those are very similar. Those ships are your traditional small ship yachting experience. You can get into places in addition to Tahiti and these other small ports in Venice. There's also the Corinth Canal, which is one of the narrowest channels in the world. The Star class ships, the bigger class, they could still go through there. So you get access to these places that a lot of times you would pay a lot more on a competing brand to get through. But with Windstar, you get the similar experience, and you get to see these things as well, and it's a better value. In addition to that, you have the Wind class ships, which is a unique experience through and through. It's one of the more romantic experiences you can have in travel altogether, especially if you do it in a place like Tahiti or the Mediterranean. And to be able to do all that in one brand is pretty impressive to me. I would definitely take a good close look at Windstar. I know that Windstar's clientele, once they go once, they tend to go again. And Windstar, I think, relies heavily on repeat business. But from the experience I had another opportunity that I wasn't able to go through or to take advantage of to go back on Windstar, and it was a bummer for me because I really enjoyed the brand. And I went on in the Caribbean, and the shore excursions. Somebody asked about shore excursions. They have a great variety of excursions. I was on an excursion in every port. I did everything from take a catamaran on a little island cruise in Barbados. I snorkeled on a wrecked party boat, Coral Reef. There was zip lining. So there's tons of different things, and it's not one type of crowd on board. It was, like she said, it's very much a yacht type experience. Like you feel like you're on a friend's yacht when you're on these ships. You get to know the people on board because it's really just a small group of people, less than 400. So it's definitely worth your time to take a good close look at it, because for what they offer, you're looking at a fantastic value, great inclusions, great service, excellent destinations, and the onboard events were fantastic, destination immersion type of events as well. So, I would consider Windstar to be an excellent jack of all trades brand.
And I was on the Starbreeze too, and one thing that hasn't been mentioned, a lot of times, Albie, guests think that there's no entertainment on a smaller vessel. I will tell you that the entertainment was excellent. The cruise director was a guy named Steve Hollington. He does this. He goes around the world actually, and he does this Elton John concert as Elton John, and all gets dressed up and all that. And you can even Google him on Facebook, and you'll see what he does. And the entertainment was fantastic. Melissa mentioned the Tahitian mamas and papas and all that. So the entertainment, even though you're on a smaller vessel, you're not going to get the big Broadway style on the larger ships. But then again, you don't want that for this. You want the intimate. It's a very intimate, quaint cruise line and cruise ship. And you get to know everybody. They get to know you, and everybody has a smile all the time. So the entertainment value is there as well.
It's true. There's something that Windstar gives you entertainment-wise that the big cruise lines can't, and that was the crew talent show. That was one of the big highlights of the onboard entertainment for me. It was hilarious.
It is a lot of fun. I'm still laughing about it because so some of the funny bits are just hilarious, but also many of the crew members are classically trained. So, I mean, they're really great performers, but I don't know if you saw the little synchronized swimming comedy routine I still giggle about that. So when you guys get on board, you'll probably see that as well. That was just really funny, fun. But yeah, who knew the crew members are so talented? It's amazing.
It's pretty impressive.
And regarding the service, I injured myself. It was a stupid thing that I did and all that. And I'll tell you, the service on board, everybody was assisting me the entire cruise, but especially when I hurt myself, my leg and all that, nothing because of Windstar or anything like that. And they were all over me, and in the sense that they were there. What do you need? And all that. So I will tell you that they are fantastic. They will take care of all of your needs.
Great, amazing. So I wanted to add our phone number here in case you guys do not have it, for you guys to call us if you have any questions. We're here to help you out every step of the way. We're here to support you with our travel expertise and obviously exclusive deals. We are part of your Total Travel consortium, so we're able to help you out every step of the way. I also want to add my email address in case you have any questions, any concerns, anything that we can do to help you out. I'll be connecting you with one of our travel advisors.
By the way, one more thing. If you're worried about how to get there, Windstar does have a program where they will get you from California, usually Los Angeles, over to Papeete, include one night in Papeete, which is well worth it because it's a great place. The people are lovely and all that. And then you'll have a day room upon getting off the ship because your flights are usually later in the evening. So you don't have to worry about anything like that, just getting over to California.
That is right. And for a limited time, if you book that package, you're going to get upgraded to our all-inclusive fare, which would include your alcohol, your Wi-Fi, and your onboard tips. So it is a value of $89 per guest per day. And that's just for booking your all-in package with the cruise, hotel, and transfers and air. When you book that with Luxury Cruise Connections by November 17th, you're going to get upgraded to that all-inclusive fare. So that's definitely a good incentive, plus other incentives that the agency is offering for a limited time as well. So I hope you'll take advantage of all the goodies right now.
Amazing. I don't know if anyone else has any questions, anything that they want to discuss, anything. We're here to provide our expert advice, and we're here to give you all the knowledge needed for you guys to make the decision. Where are you guys going next?
Is there anyone on here besides, of course, Albie and Stephen, who has cruised with Windstar? I'd love to know that, because keep in mind, you are a yacht club member of Windstar when you sail with us once, and there are some special perks for that. So I'd love to know if any of you have sailed with us before. And when you are a yacht club member with Windstar, if you refer new to Windstar clients and let your Luxury Cruise Connections advisor know that you are referring someone who's new to Windstar, even if it's just a referral, it doesn't mean they have to travel with you, right? But if they're booking as a new client and you let your Luxury Cruise Connections advisor know, you can earn some shipboard credits just for making that referral. Once your friend has booked as a new client, you'll get some shipboard credits, and we will also give the shipboard credits to your friends who you have referred. So they will earn $100 shipboard credit, and that's per person for being a new client to Windstar, just because you recommended them. And then you'll also get a shipboard credit of $100 for each new guest who books. So please let your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor know if you are a yacht club member, and then also let them know your referrals. If you were referred by a Windstar Yacht Club member, you'll let your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor know that as well, and let them know who recommended you, who referred you.
Plus, returning guests, they get one of the best backpacks you'll ever find from a cruise line.
Ah. So I do see a question came in the chat. Do they give incentives on board for future cruises? So yes, when you're on your Windstar voyage, there will be presentations on board from our destination managers who are going to love to showcase various places around the world and different itineraries that we offer. And they're going to also assist you with making your reservation. And your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor will get emailed once you make that reservation, so they can then help you, from there on forward. But when you're on board, yes, there are going to be some incentives to book on board, and also reduce deposits. So you'll book it on board, and then you'll continue working with your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor, for your final payments, to customize the experience, help you with anything you want to add on. And yes, so there are incentives to book on board. Yes.
Sorry, I was muted. I think Janice, your travel advisor is Diego, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see he's here right now, but I will let him know that you join us today. So if anyone else wants to ask any questions, anything they want to share with us.
I wanted to just remind everyone the holidays are coming, and travel is the most amazing gift you can give, even if you don't sail throughout the holidays. So maybe you have your own family plans, but to give the gift of travel for a future cruise, why not work with your Luxury Cruise Connection advisor, take a look at some of these awesome cruises, Tahiti or other places around the world, put a deposit down, and maybe book something even for next year, for 2023 or 2024, why not? For limited time, as we mentioned, there's some shipboard credits and various goodies you could take advantage right now. And to give the gift of travel would just be an amazing gift idea, not just for the holidays, but Valentine's Day comes every year, and we're all scrambling to look for some unique and romantic ideas. Why not take your sweetie to Tahiti, right? How about that? Probably the most romantic place on earth, but other places as well.
Well, in Tahiti, without a doubt, you may not see any better sunsets than in the Tahitian waters. It is just beautiful there when the sun goes down.
Yes, 100%. Karen, if I'm not mistaken, Roger is your travel advisor.
And keep in mind, everyone, that Windstar has a very close relationship for many, many, many years with Luxury Cruise Connections. We think of them as family. They do a great job for us. They're all the advisors are very well trained on Windstar. They are star specialists, which means they do our online training regularly. They have representatives that have sailed with us. So really, working with Luxury Cruise Connections has a ton of advantages. Plus, they are part of the Virtuoso network, which means they have on select sailing some special goodies that you could get, some special amenities you would not get if you book directly with Windstar. So we really recommend using the services of a professional travel advisor. Luxury Cruise Connections as a whole team to assist you. You'll have your own personal Luxury Cruise Connection advisor to help you. They have great experience, great knowledge, and honestly, there's no advantage to going directly with Windstar to book this cruise. You actually have more advantages going through Luxury Cruise Connections. So
Thank you, Melissa, for this endorsement. Karen, I will have Roger reach out to you, call you as soon as possible, so he can tell you all the benefits that you can get booking with Luxury Cruise Connections, your Windsor cruise. And thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We're happy to have everyone here. We love doing this events, and have Melissa, thank you so much for your time today.
it's my pleasure. I hope each and every one of you on this Zoom maybe would get together and do a group with Luxury Cruise Connections. How about all of us from this Zoom, we could all get together and party on the ship and have fun. So reach out to LCC, and maybe you guys can do a survey of what dates would work out for everyone to do Tahiti. I think that would be really fun, wouldn't it? For all of us to, I don't know if I could personally go, we'd have to talk my boss into it, but certainly if you all wanted to get together and share this Windstar experience together, how fun would that be?
We'll make sure to send some of our travel advisors.
Yeah, sounds great.
Melissa, if you can't go, I'll be more than happy to lead the group since I've been there.
Yes, that sounds great.
Great.
Guys, if you are interested in learning a little bit more about Windstar, we have a lot of really good content on our blog about their restaurants, some of their accommodations. They were even, they made our list of most romantic destinations with their sailing vessels in Tahiti. So definitely take advantage of, use your travel advisor, use our concierge team, and if you want additional content and to dig a little bit more, sign up for our newsletter and take a look at some of the blogs.
Yeah, I just sent the link here on our chat so everyone can see it. Please make sure to enroll in our email marketing, and you will receive our weekly newsletter with all of our content, blogs, inspirational videos, and inspirational itineraries as well.
Great. And as we mentioned, we have those select sailings, which are like our top 14 sailings that are probably the most popular, which include Tahiti, the most UNESCO sites, unique culture. So if you all have a destination in mind, preferably one of those select sailings, because those are really ones that you'll have just super unique experience. I mean, they're all great, but those top 15 or so, we call them the bucket list sailings. That's like Alaskan Splendors, all around Iceland, like Italy with Dalmatian coast, Japan, there's all over the Caribbean, the Greek Isles and things like that. So reach out to Luxury Cruise Connections. And if we get enough folks that have interest in some of those itineraries, let's do another one of these webinars and talk about some of those other great destinations, those bucket list select sailings on Windstar that are there to discover.
Amazing. Thank you, everyone. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Hope to see you all on board.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Stephen. Thanks for
Pleasure.
sharing your great experience with us.
Oh, it was fantastic.
You, Janice.
Take care, Melissa.
Thank you. You too. Denise, I'll stay on in case there's any last minute questions.
I think we should be good. Thank you so much, everyone, again. Have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of the week. Happy almost Friday. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.